I should be pumped. I should be stoked. I should be happy. I've just spent an hour and a bit up at Laser Zone playing laser tag. Normally something that really, really cheers me up. Something I really enjoy. But I'm not. When I got home tonight, I was given a little envelope. An envelope from my father, who had got it from, I assume, one of his friends, who had got it from whatever chain of events. They got it from a girl called Helen Hawksley, who went on holiday with me and a bunch of other people when I was a teenager. Saying it was a holiday is a bit unfair. It wasn't. It was supposed to be a missionary trip. We went to Poland before the regeneration, before when it hadn't been free of communism for very long. Boney M was playing in this coastal city on the northern coast. Would have been mid to late 90s, the second half of the 90s. '98, '97, '99 maybe. And rah, rah, Rasputin, lover's greatest love machine. It was a shame how he carried on. I desperately wanted pictures of this holiday. I know that I took pictures, I think, but not very many, and they got lost. I think I just lost the roll of film. And my friends all took pictures. And I hoped for some of these holiday snaps. I wanted to remember these people from my youth as they were when they were young. Before I lost contact with them. And I wanted to remember myself as I was then, because I have very few pictures of myself as a teenager. I have very few pictures of myself around that age of 15, 16, 17. There aren't many at all. And I desperately wanted some. And this girl, who probably looked really hard to find this thing, she sent me a grainy computer printout of a photo that was kind of blocky and a little pixelated. And I doubt she even printed out the original photo, because it was this panorama thing. One of these long photos, probably taken by a special machine or something. And yeah. That's all she had to show me. No pictures of her own. And people wonder why I want that. What was the most precious thing to me is just garbage to them. Those times in my life were the most special. The dreams that I dreamt then were the most real. Those dreams breathed life into me like nothing ever since. Those possibilities, those opportunities, a path that seemed to be in front of me, meant more to me than anything that adult life has ever shown me. You know, those years between 13 and 23, even between 13 and 19 or 13 and 18, were the most special of my life. And if I could swap them, If I could swap those 7 years for the 7 years since, I would in a heartbeat. You see, because those dreams and those times and those experiences were more alive and more real. And yet everyone's very, very keen to move on from them. From my point of view, unseemly keen. Almost as if they want to wash their hands of that time. And I understand why that would be in Leeds, with my old church that imploded and split itself and had such backstabbing and arguments, and I understand why that would be. I don't understand why it would be in Bradford. People talk of moving on. To what? My entire experience as life has taught me, every time you move on, the glory of living, the meaningfulness of living fades a little. Every time you move on, things get a little bit worse. And I just wanted to see their faces, and to see my face and my body the way it used to be, and try and recapture and remember those times up here a little bit better. To jog some old memories, to hold them up against the reality of a photograph and see if they really were as I remembered them. And I can't even do that. Because people are very keen to erase all the traces of that time. People don't really want to reminisce about them. I'm the only one who holds on to those dreams. I'm the only one who holds on to those promises. I'm the only one who still believes that they were supposed to happen, that there was a moment in my life where history was supposed to be made, and it wasn't.